Happy Thumbs Gaming. Booyakashaw.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with HappyThumbsGaming. Today we're checking out LEGO Dimensions Level 5 Story, Simply Walked Into Metropolis? That's right, this is kind of a mashup here where we see a little bit of Metropolis. We also see a little bit of the Lord of the Rings world. We do pick up a trophy achievement for completing the level called Painting the Town. We also get a couple of bonus ones too, basically just for completing some of the overall story stuff. So, let's go ahead and hop into this dimensional portal and see what we find on the other side.
I just can't. It's not Halloween yet, is it? You'll have to stay back, sir. It isn't safe here. Wow. A for effort.
This is Metropolis.
It's Superman! He'll help us!
That's right. Leave it to Batman. Again.
Courtyard,
What is that thing, Gandalf?
the Dark Tower, where Sauron dwells. If he is here, all is lost. We cannot hope to defeat him without Frodo, without the One Ring.
I see him. And the Keystone. Let's go.
So, when we get control of our characters, we find ourselves out on the street here. We can see some citizens being chased around by some baddies, and they don't look like local boys, that's for sure. We're going to just kind of try to get through this level as quickly as possible. And we're going to start off by smashing into some bricks just to the left side of this little gate inside the old parking garage area over here. I guess parking lot area. Build it up into a vehicle treadmill, and then we'll go ahead and hop on the car and get the old car ramrod, or one, well, maybe. Wildstyle needs to take some driving classes, I think. But anyhow, we go ahead and we finally get it in there. We charge up the ramp, which then opens the gate to the garage for us. And then we can see that Gandalf here has a moment where he can use his staff to light up the darkness. So move Gandalf to the spot indicated on your toy pad. I almost said icon indicated. I guess it kind of works. Regardless, once you get inside there, go ahead and use Batman to pull out the grapple hook, and you'll find yourself a Keystone terminal. Go ahead and activate it. This one's going to be for scaling. We're going to show you here, you can actually make your characters larger by moving them to the green spot on the toy pad, or make them little guys on the left side. So we're going to go ahead and make Wildstyle little so she can get into the little door there and access that button up top. Once we press that button, a little cinematic scene kicks off, and we actually get a bunch more baddies come out to play. So we'll go ahead and give them the old cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Ooh, a couple of them brought armor, too. Ooh, sassy. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and keep on keeping on. Ooh, we got a message from Sauron. It's a little freaky there. But anyways, over on the right-hand side, we find nothing but studs, so we're going to keep on moving. And again, same thing. We come to a T in the road, and we can either go right or left. We're going to go to the left because that's where all the action is. Speaking of action, go ahead and switch on over to Batman and go invisible by moving him to the icon indicated on your toy pad. Ha, I said it again. As well as pressing the icon indicated on screen, which will then make him go invisible, allowing you to get by those laser beams and by the security system itself. So, all right, we found another terminal here for a Keystone. This one's going to make us larger and smaller again. It's that scale one. Ooh, look at this. We have to get small to get under this brick, and then we have to make her big in order to push it up and complete the path. So we'll leave her there and switch on over to another character. We chose Batman. We went ahead and threw him on the orange side to make him small. We're going to go ahead and climb all the way to the top. Oh, but wait, this is a tricky one. He's too small to pull the lever, but it's too big to go big. Oh, you can put him in the middle and he'll get regular size. Isn't that nice? So go ahead and flip the switch. You'll see that the little tractor beam, or I guess it's more of a force field, was relieved of its duty, and we can now gain access to this wall of, looks like Urukai. Is that right? I think that's who it is. Maybe they're just orcs. I don't know. It's been a while since I've been in the token land, but nonetheless, we'll go ahead and do a little drive-by swooping with our Batmobile. This kind of brings the guy out, but it also breaks the bus down, giving us the pieces needed to build up a little car ramrod here. We'll go ahead and hop back in our Batmobile, and we'll get to ramming. Here we go. Pew! Now we got to the other side. Oh, we're on our side here, and got on the other side, and we're on our side. Look at that. That kind of worked out, or maybe not. Look, we're just doing burnouts over here. Don't mind us. Really, we need to get all the way through. You can see there's the character in peril right there. I still I haven't found one yet, and I haven't even asked Doug. It's one thing I keep forgetting to ask him, but we're going to go all the way to the far right side of this courtyard, and you can see there's a whole bunch of stuff going on in the back. We started off by switching to Batman and making him go invisible to get in and flip the switch to turn off the security system. That then gives Gandalf the access to get inside and shake it up a little bit, and we'll go ahead and drop that vending machine down, and look at that. We got some more pieces to build up into another Keystone terminal, so all right. Nope, some bad guys. Come on. Come on, get off me. Get off me. All right, this guy in the back's kind of funny. It's hard to see him, but if you get him just right and smack him, he'll like get up and start swinging at the air like, who's there? What's that? What's going on? And we went in there and finished him off, so he didn't snooze off and waste any more money. Because I don't know about you, but if I was an employer, I wouldn't want my employee sleeping. All right, on the left-hand side, we're going to go ahead and use Wild Style and jump up to the top here. And once we get up top, we can actually break the box and build up the pieces into a ladder. But before switching off and doing anything else, make sure you scan. Oh, yep, I'm going to say make sure you scan this. And once you do, you'll find that there is a kind of a hidden block there, kind of transparent block. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and use Wild Style to get little. We're going to go under this box here, and we're going to move her over to the right-hand side and make her get big again. That completes the path up there, but wait a minute, we've got this brick here that needs to complete the actual rest of it. So get somebody else very large and in charge and grab that brick by pressing the icon indicated and walk up and target the missing link area. You should be able to hit another icon to place it in place as you just saw. So use Batman to go little, or whoever else is left, I guess, and get little and get all the way up there. And this time you can press the button without switching size. And that removes the last force field on the street here, thus giving us access to the next cutscene. But hey, you know one thing we haven't done yet? We haven't fought these guys while big or small, so let's check it out. We're all mini-me right now. Oh, now we're getting bigger. Looks like he ate his Wheaties this morning. We're going to give him the old butt slam. That's a mega butt slam right there, huh? All right, let's check out Wild Style. Well, let's see how she looks. She's very glitchy when you move around and whatnot, so let's, oh, no, that's it. We're out of here.
That the worst is still to come.
It looks like they've turned this place into a prison.
Sauron will enslave all of mankind.
Not on my watch. Well, if it isn't our old friend Batman. Two-Face.
What have you done to that poor beast?
Given it a facelift. Would you be interested in one?
I doubt it.
Then let me help you choose. Heads or tails? Harvey, no!
Oh, tails! It's okay. I get this right almost half the time.
Sorry, it's heads.
What does heads mean?
That you lose yours.
What's this? Two-Face riding an Oliphant? What? That's a little bit outlandish if you ask me. But as we find ourselves gaining control of our characters, you can see that we have a couple of baddies listed up top. Looks like we've got 6 of each. And we're going to go have to take out... Are those fruit booters or rollerbladers? I can't tell. Anyways, we got a bunch here. We've got 12 guys to take out before we can move on to the next sequence here. We're almost there. 3 left. Give them the old pow, pow, pow. All right, come on. Yep. All right, good to go. And what's next? All right, we're gonna get zapped, so we're gonna have to remove our character from the toy pad and move him to a new area to free ourselves from the grasp. And then guess what? We get 12 more guys. So you know how Lego works. We've got usually the rule of 3, and I don't see it being any different this time. So we're gonna go ahead and take out this second wave of bad guys. And as you might have guessed it, we're probably gonna have to remove ourselves from the grasp of the bad guy. Oh, look at that! That's almost like a spoiler alert, except for you knew it was coming before I said it. All right, so once you get through the second one, though, he does fling a truck at us. And if you notice, right on the grill of the truck there's a nice little grapple hook. So we'll go ahead and spam that button until we rip it down. And oh, look at that. It's a keystone terminal, so we'll go ahead and activate it. This one happens to be an elemental one. We switched on over to fire, and we fired our little heat ray at these bad guys here and took out both sides. And then we found out, oh, look at that, there's some electricity shock panels. So we'll move Batman over to the shock panel. We stood up on the left side, and it charged up by itself. And then we juiced the right side with our electricity beam. And then we switched on over to Wild Style to use our relic scanner and reveal a Batarang switch. So we'll go ahead and switch to the Batman himself and get our throw on and check it out. That's right, now we've revealed a star pattern, which indicates that we need to use Gandalf and his magic. But watch out for those bombs. Dynamite being dropped from the sky. Actually, Two-Face is throwing it at us, but once you use Gandalf's magic, it actually rips Two-Face down, throws him through a rift, and the old Oliphant takes off. And then we find ourselves with a master build situation. So switch to Wild Style, put her in place, and move her around on the toy pad as the icon flashes to the different areas. And booyakashow, 3 of 3. And of course, we get the old... I actually like this master build functionality a little bit better than the older version where you had to kind of press and hold and hover over the 3 items. It was easier to do it on screen, but I like the easiness of it off screen. So, oh, shh, cutscene.
He said you would come to save the weak. He said. Who said?
Silence, fiend! You've fallen far, Lord Sauron. Serving another now, are you?
I serve no one. Gandalf Stormcrow. All serve me.
Idea for new name when I get tired of Wild Style. Stormcrow.
So this is definitely an interesting sequence here too. So they brought the Daleks in too. So some Doctor Who, we've got some DC Comics, and a little touch of Lord of the Rings too. So they are certainly breaking the rules, as they like to say. And this is a pretty easy one. Basically, there's these 3 hatches. Each hatch can be knocked over with a character or a vehicle. Once it's opened up, you're gonna have to build the pieces up into a vehicle treadmill. Vehicle? I don't know what a vehicle. Anyways, once you get the vehicle on the treadmill, it'll actually raise a little valve. There we go. Talk about brain fart. But go ahead and twist the valve, and it'll lift up the light, as you can see there, and then make your way to the next little box, which will then reveal another bad guy. But we can use Gandalf to go ahead and lift up the pieces again and build it into a vehicle treadmill. So once you get that treadmill up, guess what? You hop in the Batmobile or vehicle of choice yet again and go ahead and get the old car ramroddage going. So here we go. Booyakashow. Zoom, zoom, zoom. All right, I feel like it's a Mazda commercial there for a second, huh? Zoom, zoom, zoom. All right, might be a little too old for me again. Anyways, smack the Dalek around. We got another valve to turn. I certainly learned how to do those. I was having trouble with the first couple, but this is kind of tricky. The next area looks like it's a box or a flap to be opened, but it's not. So make it to the next one. Just keep circling around. You'll eventually find it if you can't see it right off the bat. And again, rinse and repeat. Dalek comes out. We go ahead and use Gandalf's magic to lift up the rest of the pieces and turn it into a treadmill for the vehicle. We go ahead and hop on the Batmobile and one last car ramrod with the old vroom, vroom, vroom. Here we go. That's right. Ain't nothing faster than pew. All right, so we hook it up and we twist the final valve, which actually will then take us to a cutscene. But not before I switch to Batman and pull out my Batarang, rang, 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 rang. Well, guess what? We see you too. What you think about that? All right, start off by taking down these 3 bad guys that are trying to get in our way. Then switch on over to Wild Style and get your master build on. Move around on the toy pad as indicated by the flashing pink lights. And once you get it correctly done, it will actually build up this pretty sweet bat symbol, maker, I don't know, illuminator, shooter, I don't know what you want to call it, but we'll go ahead and use it regardless of what we're calling it. And I don't think it matters who uses it, guys. Just hop in and make it happen. All right, so the goal here is to shine it on the tower of, well, it's the middle point, kind of where he's hiding. It's like this shadowy, cloudy area. And watch out, because he's spinning to win right there. Once he gets done, he's a little frustrated. And to be completely honest with you here, I'm not sure if I was doing this battle 100% correctly or if I was doing it like half correctly. But basically, to my knowledge, he kind of spins around and then eventually he'll kind of attack you. And once he's down like he is right now, you're going to want to give him the old pow. And I think it's the rule of 3. I think you have to hurt him 3 times each sequence in order for him to actually be hurt and then kind of move on to the next thing. So I failed miserably hitting him a few times there. I finally get it, and one of these days here, oh, look at that, I destroyed him into pieces. That was pretty cool. I don't think I remember that when I was actually playing. But he rebuilds himself and then grabs us with that crazy chain lock. So grab your character and move him to another spot on the toy pad and get yourself ready for another wave of baddies. So take out the minions, and basically we're gonna build up another piece here, but just wait. What are we gonna build the pieces out of? Well, guess what? Does not look good for this old news broadcaster here. But it does look good for Gandalf, because his old cart from Middle-earth, I love that too. Where in Middle-earth did you find that? But we're gonna use his magic to rebuild it into a firework launcher. This is pretty cool. Gonna turn around and give him the old pew pew pew. Boom! That's like the most massive Roman candle shooter I've ever seen. I certainly wouldn't hold that one in my hand and shoot it. But all right, we got another little wave of him spinning to win, and he's got to watch out for his attacks. Look at me. Speaking of spinning to win, I'm just driving circles here. It's kind of like a time thing too, so I wasn't sure if I just had to wait a certain time frame, like he just goes through a certain notion, and as long as I give him the old pow, he goes back. But anyways, basically, my recommendation for you guys is just keep attacking him. Every chance you get, keep attacking him. Eventually, you pow him into smoke, he respawns, and guess what? Now, you might have guessed it, he uses his little cheat method here to go ahead and grasp us. And we're going to move Batman out of the way and free him for the last time, and that's actually the last appearance from the toy pad this time. Ooh, he tried to throw the old school bus at us. It was a short bus, too. What's he trying to say? I don't know, but I don't appreciate those hostile words and tactics. So we're going to take out his Daleks that he threw at us, and we're going to build up the remaining pieces of this school bus. And I'm not quite sure what it's supposed to be. It looks like one of those little rides you'd see at, like, in front of a convenience store or something for 25 cents. But use Gandalf's magic to go ahead and attach the power. Once the power is attached, switch it around and shine that light at the middle. And we have one more little sequence here where we have to avoid his spinning, or his attacks for that matter. Once you give him the old final pow and the kiss, it'll take us away to the final cutscene. And of course, we'll meet you on the other side to talk about the level.
How is this possible?
This is not your domain. You have no power here, Sauron the Deceiver.
Some lord. He didn't even have giant pants. No! Oh! Can someone give me a hand? Oh yeah, not him though. Oh! Thanks.
Move!
This way.
Oh, you can show keystone to victory. That's for simply getting all 5 of the keystones. Look at that. Cannot take a screenshot here. error, simply walks into Metropolis, and time for an upgrade. Look at that. So we got time for an upgrade for getting 5 gold bricks total. That's basically the 5th level we've beaten, 1 for each level. And then we also got the other one for completing the level. And then the very first one, like I said, was for getting 5 of the keystones. So we have all those. And continue story means one thing and one thing only. That's going to wrap it up for LEGO Dimensions Level 5, Paint the Town Black Story. We now have access to free play, which will come back and get any of the available mini kits with the starter pack figs. And of course, if you don't know already, we do plan on doing some mashup videos. We're going to call them mix plays, I think. And we're going to put all sorts of characters together. If you have any requests or comments, head on over to Facebook, Twitter, comment, vote, subscribe down below. We always love hearing from you guys, and anybody who's dropped a comment, or a question, I should say. Anyone who's ever asked us a question, you should know. We were pretty good about answering those. Now, if you just said, hey, thanks for, we don't always respond to those. So anyways, if you got any questions or comments like that, we'd love to hear from you. Like I've already said a million times, I'm getting repetitive, so that's it for me. As always, until next time. That's all, folks. Oh, yeah.